One more final in this first session of apparatus competitions on the last day of artistic gymnastics at Rhine-Ruhr 2025. The men's rings final about to begin. Here are the finalists for the men's steel rings title. Good luck to all of those gentlemen contesting the steel rings title. Rhine-Ruhr 2025, the FISU World University Games. The warm-ups are just beginning for the rings competition. Same approach as in all the other finals. The first four will warm up and compete, and then the next four. The cruelly named apparatus, steel rings, for they are the only apparatus that moves. The start list, the finalists, the men's steel rings competition in artistic gymnastics at Rhine-Ruhr 2025. Top in qualification, Liu Hangyu of the People's Republic of China, and he will be the first to go. The second best, So Jung-won from the Republic of Korea. He will be the fifth to go. One of the fascinating things to note in this final is that the second gymnast to go will be a gentleman called Liu Yang from the People's Republic of China. And I should point out to you that that is not the Liu Yang who has won the last two Olympic titles on the rings. But it's always good to have more than one Liu Yang in your team, because one Liu Yang is never enough. The Chinese have got, would you believe it, a second really good rings gymnast called Liu Yang.
Remarkable.
It would be rather like if the British team entered a young lad called Max Whitlock, who happened to be quite good at pommel horse, who we'd not really seen before at international level. And he's the real deal, Liu Yang. He's very good on the rings. So we're excited to get the chance to watch him. He's 5 years younger than his namesake, 25. We're looking here at a gentleman who was born in the People's Republic of China, but who has grown up in Belgium, Liam Desmet. Seventh best in qualification. He'll be very good to watch on this piece. He nearly made the European Championship final in Leipzig here in Germany a couple of months ago. Blythe, for those who are newer to watching the steel rings, what are some of the things that we should particularly be focusing on?
Well, the gymnast will be showing a sequence of strength holds, and that's where the still and still rings comes into play. It is where you want to make sure that you have full control over the rings, and that means no swinging or anything like that. Angles are also very important. The positions are prescribed, and so any deviations from the correct angle will lead to deductions. And then, of course, sticking the dismount. And we're going to see some spectacular dismounts on this apparatus.
And it's particularly key in a rings final. It always has been, because so often it can come down to minute things like the steps the athlete takes on landing. But with the bonus now available of an extra 10th if you do stick your dismount, it's perhaps even more the case that the dismount in a rings final is vital.
And when we look at the qualification competition on this apparatus, the difference between the third best and the seventh best is only a couple tenths of a point.
Yu Hongyu, the first gymnast and the top qualifier. 14.466 in the preliminary round for the undergraduate at Shanxi University.
And he demonstrates his strength right away by pulling up into a planche, and they're pulling up into what they call a Maltese cross. There are all kinds of variations of the standard iron cross on rings, and we're going to see a lot of them here. There is the Jonasson, the double pike, done between the rings, swung cleanly out of it, and into another Maltese, and the classic iron cross. This has been terrific so far. One wonders what the dismount will bring.
The dismount will bring him very close to winning the gold medal. What an exceptional start. Have we had an apparatus final begin with such a compelling performance?
That's going to be hard to top.
Well, let's look back at this in detail. It was beautiful.
Notice the way that his body is really ideally parallel to the ground on these planche elements. That's what the gymnast is aiming to do. And apart from that, there was such good control. The way that he swings to the handstand and just freezes the vertical position. Such competence with all of his crosses, and then capped off by this double twisting, double tuck dismount, perfectly absorbed into the ground. Wonderful routine.
That's bordering on the ridiculous from an execution standpoint. Just wonderful. Privileged to watch that performance. He's got very little international experience. And that tells you a lot about the quality of rings practitioners in the People's Republic of China. He only won the bronze medal at the Chinese Individual Championships last year. That must have been a pretty good rings final. 14.666, and he is going to be very difficult to beat. Gets the 0.1 bonus.
And that is 0.5 of a point higher than what he did in the qualifying. 0.2 even.
It's 0.5 higher than what this gentleman did in qualifying. So you were just getting ahead of yourself, that's all. Liu Yang is the next gymnast to go. the less well-known Liu Yang, but as you will discover, just like the reigning two-time Olympic champion on the rings, he knows what he's doing on this apparatus.
And his Maltesers are quite good as well. He starts out with a backward roll to that position, then quickly shows it again. But it's really the dismount, amongst other things, that we'll be watching out for in this exercise. The handstand is well controlled. This should be, if I'm not mistaken, a double twisting, double layout coming up. It's taken a moment to prepare for it. There it is.
Unbelievable quality. Unbelievable quality from two gymnasts who we have never had the chance to watch in a big international competition. Liu Hongyu and Liu Yang, the two representatives from the People's Republic of China, have just acted, frankly, like veterans. If we said to you, that gentleman's called Liu Yang, he's won 2 Olympic titles, you'd believe us.
You would. He is that good. And this was really the highlight of what was an extraordinary exercise throughout. A stuck double twisting, double layout off rings. We simply do not see that at every competition. Beautiful.
Liu Yang is a student of Hunan Normal University, established as the first independent teacher training college in the People's Republic of China. It was in 1938. 14.3. He is better in qualification by just over a tenth. And he too gets a 0.1 bonus for sticking the dismount, again as if that was in doubt.
Next gymnast, 7 in the qualification. Representing Belgium, Liam Desmet.
Very nice gymnast on the rings, Liam Desmet. Born in Jiangxi province in the People's Republic of China, but has grown up in Belgium, and he was very close to the rings final in Leipzig at the European Championships a couple of months ago. He was the national champion last year. You'll see why.
He begins with a pull to planche and then drops down through the iron cross position, pulls back up into a Maltese. And there's a backward roll to an iron cross. The iron cross and its variations have actually increased in value in the new code of points. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of them. That was done in combination with the Yamawaki, the Yonasan even.
Another really fine performance. 3 super displays to open this rings final. That was Liam Desmet of Belgium. One of the things that I think is interesting to talk about with his work is we often discuss toe point in gymnastics. It's vital, but he also has finger point. He extends the palms of his hands and opens up the fingers and shows real control in a lot of his holds. There's an example.
Only the strongest are able to do that. The dismount he opts for is a double layout with a full twist on the second somersault. Well done.
Liam Desmet attends the Hogent University College, the largest university in Flanders. 13.833 is difficulty, the lowest of the 3 routines we've seen so far. Good execution, a little deduction for the dismount, the only one not to stick the landing of the 3. Very good though, very good. It tells you just how much stronger Pau Jimenez is getting as a gymnast that he has made this rings final. It's an important part of his all-around program, and he has just recently won the Spanish all-around title. 13.633 in qualification, very tidy.
Pops into a Maltese and then the iron cross. The gymnasts have to hold each of these strength elements for 2 seconds to avoid deduction. A swing that stops in a handstand is also a requirement on still rings.
Well, he really did go for the spectacular, but the hands seemed to make clear contact. Pau Jimenez of Spain. He's been very busy. He was involved in the all-around competition yesterday.
It's a very, very difficult routine. There is his Jonassen, straight to the handstand. And when we talk about dismounts, the triple salto dismount, and here he shows a triple tuck, has increased in value in the new code of points. So more and more gymnasts are going for them, but they are exceptionally difficult.
There just isn't as much time to get the body prepared for the landing if you're putting that third rotation of the body in. It's actually only 0.8 lower than qualifying, and when you consider that he hemorrhaged a full mark for the dismount, he was on course actually to be at a stronger level. And from an all-around point of view, most good all-arounders would be very, very happy to be getting 13.866 for their rings routine.
Oh, absolutely.
Yu Hangyu is the leader. He was the first to go. His teammate Yu Yang is second. Has stood the test of time. Blythe, I knew when I said that you'd start doing the Macarena. Do you know, I don't actually know it.
That's not possible.
Yet I don't. Believe me, it's possible for me to fail to know any form of dance, no matter how simple.
Just to your left, and you have Kim Bui doing it, and she can give you some good instruction.
Somebody said to me on social media when I commented that I was standing next to Kim Bui and she was doing the YMCA, they said, I've been next to Kim Bui when she's doing the Macarena. And they said, I don't want to brag. Well, guess what? Now, thank you for pointing that out to me, but I can say I too have been right next to Kim Bui while she's doing the Macarena. It's another one to tick off my list of career accomplishments. There's the Swiss flag, which is always a big plus. And the Swiss have been a big plus in this competition. Gosh, the performance of their team. Men's team winning a bronze medal and the women's team coming so close with only a squad of 3. 4th position in their competition. Couldn't fault their heart, their determination. There'll be a lot of very pleased gymnastics fans in Switzerland for what they've seen at these games. Nice to see strong Swiss teams as well. They're one of the great European gymnastics nations. Watch this young lad very carefully. So Jung-won of Kyungil University in the south of the Republic of Korea. Second best in qualifying with 14.233. He is their reigning national champion.
It's a very difficult beginning. The inverted cross in the handstand position. And note how he starts these elements just from a dead hang. Really increases the difficulty exponentially. And he too spreads his fingers in all of his strength moves that involve an iron cross. The gymnasts don't get any difficulty for doing that, no extra difficulty. It's really just a way of signaling that they can do it. And it does make an impression.
That is a seriously complicated routine. It's going to have a strong difficulty score. It might be the best or one of the best that we've seen. So Jung-won, now he did take a little landing adjustment. It looked as though he was in line for sticking, but he did pace. But these variations of the cross are so impressive.
Ideally, you would want the whole shoulder line parallel to the ground. He is slightly high in some of these. And here too, the body bent at the torso, the legs not quite parallel to the mat. They are minute things, but they will be deducted for.
And in qualification, he had high difficulty and comparatively lower execution for much the same reason. He's pretty confident as to where he's going to be at the close of this period of judging. Let's see if he's right. He's likely to be up there, So Jung-won, but the execution is going to be the interesting number to really look at.
It's definitely a competitive routine.
14.166. So he's in the bronze medal position with the highest difficulty score that we've seen from anyone. But other than Jimenez, who put his hands down, it's the lowest execution score. Now to the talk of the town. William Emar, the all-around bronze medalist with the best all-around display that I think we've seen him produce.
He's been in incredible form here. Begins with a very steady Maltese. And shows it once again from a tip.
That's beautiful.
There's such an elegance to him. Always polished. The Jonassen right to handstand. There's an ever so slight swing in the rings. That makes it more difficult for the gymnast, but boy, he has controlled that.
It's another absolute treat from William Emar of Canada, having a fantastic games. Silver with the team, bronze in the all-around. Wonderful. And he has such a degree of control and strength. When he's doing these sorts of moves, he looks frankly like he could take one hand away, trim his moustache with a pair of scissors and still stay in the same position.
He's been so poised and just clearly thriving at this competition.
I mean, he's clearly in exceptional physical condition.
Yes. And the mental game has been incredibly strong too. That's what participating in an Olympic team final does for one, perhaps.
He's talked about working very hard on that. He's been frank about performance anxiety early on in his career. 14.233 puts William Emar into the bronze medal position with 2 gymnasts to go, and he may well feel confident of holding that. Emar's execution only a few hundreds lower than Liu Hangyu, second best. This is Oka Shinosuke, who was the 8th best in qualification with a 13.666 score.
Such a well-balanced gymnast. Capable of making an apparatus final anywhere. And so far, this routine displays all the characteristics that he's come to be known for. Again, there's an almost restrained sense of power. Great control. And he's just going to unleash on the dismount. Giant in.
It does well to stay upright, extraordinarily well to stay upright.
A really cat-like landing, wasn't it?
It will be very costly, naturally, to his execution score, but a remarkable save from Oka Shinosuke. He's one of those extraordinary people who's been able to do handstands since he was in nursery school. They spotted it and went, I think he might possibly be a potential gymnast.
The interior of the routine was excellent. Again, look at the straightness of the position in the Maltese, holding it for the requisite 2 seconds. And it's a difficult dismount even for somebody like him. The body has to stay laid out all the way through, and his shoulders are a bit behind him as he hits the ground, hence the 2 hops.
One does get the feeling with the Japanese men's team here that anything beyond the team title has been into bonus territory for them. They have come here principally for that, to recapture it, having finished second in Chengdu in China 2 years before. His own story, by the way, is an extraordinary one, to be the Olympic champion in 3 areas, all around team and horizontal bar, having all but disappeared from the international stage, having had an awful rupture of his knee ligaments. He had 8 months out, he had surgery. 13.033. Quite a lot deducted for the dismount. He is in 6th place. A gymnast here who certainly could feature, Lin Guanyi from Chinese Taipei. He's 25, from the Teacher Training Institute that is the National Taipei University of Education. He's been an Asian Championship medalist on the rings. He's been a World Cup medalist.
And and he has sensational upper body strength. There is a slight bend in his shoulder angle in that handstand following the Jonassen. And it's a small thing, but in a final like this, it's going to come down to small things, and the dismount doesn't go as planned, alas.
Sometimes when one is the last athlete to go in a final, one has to just give it everything, because you know that the scores are incredibly high, occupying a medal position. And he did give it everything. It didn't quite work on this occasion. It doesn't undermine his credentials.
I can't remember a rings final where we have seen so many ambitious dismounts. It used to be that a double twisting double layout was like a gymnastics unicorn. And in this final, we have seen 3 of them? Maybe more? That's extraordinary.
I'm losing count, yes.
Welcome to the new code of points.
And welcome to Rhine Rio 2025, where the standard of artistic gymnastics is enormous. 13.033. He will place 7th in this final. We confirm for you what Liu Hongyu knew early on, that he'd won the gold medal. His teammate Liu Yang takes silver, and William Emar has got his 3rd medal of these games. I'm sure many of you watching frankly knew from the moment that Liu Hongyu landed that the numbers were going to be too compelling for anyone else to tackle, but they had a great go, the gymnasts, in this final. William Emar has had a Games to dream of. The final results in the men's still rings competition, with Canada's William Emar taking bronze. Liu Yang of the People's Republic of China wins silver, and his teammate Liu Hongyu is the champion. In just a short while, we're going to bring you the 5 medal ceremonies for the events that have already taken place, with a second session to come in around 2 hours' time. More.
Side by side, no one's left behind. Set new signs, together we will light up. This will be our melody. Sing with me, together we will light up. Through stormy weather, fly like a feather. We're stronger than ever as one. With the army of light under this city sky, stand tall and death pride, what we carry inside. We have nothing to hide, rise up to shine bright. Reunited again, feeling strong. Together we will light up.
the medal ceremony for the men's still rings competition at the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the men's artistic gymnastics rings final.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, die Sieger- und Gerätturnen Ringe-Finale.
Please welcome the medalists.
Bitte begrüßen Sie die Medaillengewinner.
The medals will be presented by.
Die Medaillen werden überreicht von Arturs Mickiewicz, FISU Artistic Gymnastics Technical Committee Chair, Vorsitzender des Technischen Ausschusses für Gerätturnen der FISU.
The gifts will be presented by.
Die Präsente werden überreicht von Timo von Stuckrad, Head of Division German Rectors Conference, Referatsleiter der Hochschulrektorenkonferenz.
Third place and bronze medalist representing Canada.
Dritter Platz und Gewinner der Bronzemedaille für Kanada, William Emma.
Second place and silver medalist representing People's Republic of China.
Zweiter Platz und Gewinner der Silbermedaille für die Volksrepublik China, Liu Yang.
First place, gold medalist and Rhine-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games champion, representing People's Republic of China.
Erster Platz, Gewinner der Goldmedaille und der Rhein-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games für die Volksrepublik China, Liu Hengyu.
Ladies and gentlemen, the FISU anthem.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, die FISU-Hymne.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Rhine-Ruhr 2025 medalists.
The medalists in the men's still rings competition at Rhine-Ruhr 2025 in the FISU World University Games Summer. A brief pause, but we will resume our coverage in just over an hour's time for more action and the last session, regrettably, of the Rhine-Ruhr 2025 FISU World University Games Artistic Gymnastics competitions. But it will be worth it because we have 5 medal events to come, the last 5 medal events of these games. So we hope to see you again in just over an hour's time for more action from Germany.
Going to have a break now, and we will start the next competition at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock here in Hall 3. Continue with the second part of artistic gymnastics around the final.